What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. This time I'm reviewing the game Rampage 2 Universal Tour, which was released on Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, and PlayStation by Midway Gaming and Avalanche Software. And it's pretty much the sequel to Rampage War Tour, which was released on the same three consoles. And pretty much the plot is that George, Lizzie, and Ralph, the monsters from the original Rampage arcade game, were captured and returned to their normal size. They ended up being in prison for the world to see. Now, George was sent to New York City, Lizzie was sent to Tokyo, and Ralph was sent to London, which are references to King Kong, Godzilla, and Werewolf in London. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a parody or whatever, but this game does reference those three movies and everything. Now, Scum Lab pretty much revealed their laboratory, but not too long after they finished, there was another accident that was caused, and it resulted in three new monsters. Ruby the Lobster, Boris the Rhino, and Curtis the Mouse. And they pretty much got out, and now they're on they're on a mission to rescue George, Lizzie, and Ralph. Now, because of the plot, they have to travel from city to city across the world like the first game, but this time you can go to different planets this time. Now, Rampage 2 has 5 parts in it, where you can go to different cities and planets where you can tear stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much the premise of the general premise of the Rampage franchise. You know what I'm saying? And the parts are the United States, Europe, Asia, the invasion, and the solar system. Now, you can safe to say there's at least 20 cities and planets that you go in each section, maybe like 25 or something like that. I didn't necessarily count the numbers. There are a lot of cities and planets that you go to, pretty much making it the longest Rampage game in the franchise and stuff like that. Now, you pretty much do start with Boris, Curtis, and Ruby, but once you rescue Ralph, George, and Lizzie, they become playable characters in the game. Not only that, you can also rescue 3 aliens, and their names are Mucus, Big Al, and Nubis. Now, and they also become playable characters, bringing the total monsters that you can play as not pretty much 9. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing about it, Nubis is the weakest character in the game, while Big Al is the strongest. Now, one thing about this particular game is it was probably introduced, if not in this game, it was in Rampage War Tour, where all the monsters had their own special moves. And not only that, all of them have pretty much have a special meter where you can fill it up by destroying buildings, destroying cars, stuff like that. And once the special meter is filled up, you pretty much can press a button. You can activate the special moves and stuff like that. And one thing about it, the special move that you do does depend on which monster that you're playing as. You know what I'm saying? Like, it will give you all the special moves. Now Boris does the Rhino charge. Ruby does a move called the Lobster Can Opener. Curtis does the Rat Bottom Feeder. George does the Ape Stump. Ralph does the Wolf Howl. Lizzie does the Fire Breath. Mucus does the Eye Bomb. Big Al does the Big Eye Bomb. And Nubis does the Eye Grenade. Now, for Aliens special moves are pretty much the same result. They push out their eye, and the eye causes all the buildings to explode and stuff like that. I could go on and on. And pretty much the main enemies in the game is pretty much people that's armed with guns, helicopters, police cars, tanks, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And of course, you advance to each stage by destroying pretty much every single building that you see on each stage, you know what I'm saying? Now, the graphics and level design for Rampage 2 are pretty good with some nice color palettes and sprites and stuff like that. Now, the controls and gameplay are pretty good, and I do like the fact that the special moves were included in the game, you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much a nice touch, you know. And I do like the fact that you can unlock and play as the original monsters, Ralph, Lizzie, and George, along with the 3 aliens too. And the soundtrack is pretty good, even though people may not consider it the best soundtrack on the Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, and PlayStation. The only thing that I really didn't like is the fact that if you get hit by a tank, it will continue to happen at least 5 times, you know what I'm saying, before you are able to even destroy it. It's like more annoying than anything else, and it's pretty much a quick way to die because of it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why the tanks are so quick to fire off the cannons, even though realistically an actual tank don't do that. Shoot that many shells in that quicker time, you know. Anyway, Rampage 2 Universal Tour is a pretty good game, you know what I'm saying, and it's a nice sequel to Rampage War Tour, you know what I'm saying. I would pretty much definitely recommend Rampage 2 to anybody who is a retro gamer, anybody who happen to be a fan of the Rampage franchise, you know what I'm saying, start from the arcade, who happen to own a Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, or PlayStation, and any YouTuber who does live streams and Let's Plays on their channel. As far as the score, I would pretty much definitely give Rampage 2 Universal Tour a 8 out of 10. Minor complaint about the tank, but I do like the fact that it's not a short game and nothing like that, and the fact that I like the 9 monsters you can play as and the special moves and stuff. Now, with that being said, if you like Rampage 2 Universal Tour, you can mention it in the comment section. If it's pretty much your favorite game in the Rampage franchise, you can also mention that. If you like my review of Rampage 2, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.